I have to look at them individually or what?
Yep.
Everything.
Okay. A piece of paper out would be nice so you can keep track of what's going on. The first program we are going to write, you can entitle this programming.
Oh, I
Different notes.
This is notes.
Write it down.
Programs, we'll just call it programs. Nope.
We can't see that.
I can't see that either. Programs.
I can't see that either.
All right. Turn this on. You'll be able to look up at this screen in case there's a little glare down here.
Well, we can't see anything else.
I know. I'll turn it to the side here in a minute. But, okay, the first program we are going to write is going to solve an angle-side angle triangle. So we'll have A, B, C. Now, normally we would use little a, little b, little c. Calculator doesn't have that. So instead of using the letters, I'm just going to use D, E, and F for the side lengths. So we can keep track of that. Are you okay with that? So instead of this being little a, I'm going to call it D, E, and F. Okay, and let's just say, because it's angle, side angle, let's say I know A, I know B, and then what side would I know?
F.
F. Okay, let's say those are my three known sides, and then I want my program to give me these three answers over here. All right, are you ready to start your first program? Okay, here we go. So you need to press Program. And we're going to go over to New. We are creating a new program. You can look up on the big screen too. And then it's Create New. Right now, it wants us to give a name to this program. What do you think would be a good name for this program? ASA, the three parts that we know. Notice the little A inside the cursor? That means it's ready to give the green letters. So I don't have to press the green key right now because it's already in the alphabet format. Well, then you have to hit the green key first. So A, S, A. Enter.
What the heck's the S? Hello, Bob. Gotcha.
It's all in alphabetical order all the way through.
Thank you. Yeah, I know you're all.
Oh, I forgot. I got to call mine something else. Quit. Program. New. I got to call mine something else because I already have an ASA. I'll call it
Do an ASA too.
Bob.
A, S, A. Turn off that too. Okay, now I'm good. Okay, the first thing I like my program, you know how the calculator keeps all your work on the screen? And then the next time you use it, all that stuff is there. There's a nice option that'll clear the screen off so you're starting fresh. It's not a necessary line, but I like it. So the first line of our program is going to ask it to clear home. And now I'll show you where that's at.
So you take the L R.
No, you write that on your paper.
Okay.
You write that on your paper.
Now I want you to take your finger and press the program key again. Then I want you to go over to the I/O, input, output. And somewhere down here is clear home. I don't know which number it is, so arrow down until you find clear home.
8.
Number 8. So that's the first thing the calculator is going to do is clear the screen. Hit enter to get a new line. Every time you get a little colon, that means you're starting a new line. All right. When I ran that program, what's the first thing it did after I hit enter and started to run it?
It cleared home.
Cleared it, and then it asked for a piece of information. What do I want this program to ask for? An angle, and a side. So, and then you want the person, as it asks for it, the person has to be able to input that value. So this is an input we're going to do. So our next line is going to be input. Then you have to put in quotations what you want to ask for. What do I want to ask for? Angle. I'll just say angle 1. And then we're going to have some quotes. And a comma, and I'll tell you what to put. So, press that program key again. Over to the I/O. And then number 1 you can see is input. Now anything you put in quotation is what's going to show up on the screen. So because we're going to be typing letters, we want all the green stuff. There's a nice alpha lock, so you don't have to hit the alpha key every single time. See the alpha lock here in yellow? So hit second alpha lock. There should be an A inside your cursor right now. Okay, quotations, just like there, the quotations here above the add key. Start with the quotations. Type out angle. A-N-G-L-E. The space is above the 0 key. There's a little green space. Above the 0. It is the 0 key.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay. Now I want a 1, but I'm on the alpha lock. My 1 is not an alpha, so I'm going to hit the alpha key to turn the alpha off. Angle 1. Well, I'm going to ask you to put a space in here, and I'll tell you, otherwise, if you don't, the number you put in is right next to the 1, and it just looks funny. So put a space back in here. So go back to alpha. Put a space in. And now the final quotation. So alpha again, quotations.
And then enter?
Nope.
No.
Then a comma. The comma key is the whole key above the 7. All right. So the screen's going to show up. It'll say angle 1. It'll have a little question mark. I think it has a question mark. I think that's automatically built in. So they're going to put in a number. You've got to have your program store that number to do some math later on. Every single letter is a holding cell that the calculator can refer back to. So let's store this in A, because it'll match what I've got here. So I want you to get alpha A there. Enter. Okay, so we've asked the person to put in an angle. What do we need to ask for next? Or an A, doesn't matter. So input.
Yeah, I like the idea.
You want to do the side next? Okay, so input and quotations, we're going to say side. And I don't need 1 because I'm only putting in one side. Quotations. And then what did I call my side? What letter?
Do we need a space?
Yep, put a space. Yep. So go ahead.
Write an F. I was thinking F.
Alpha lock. Oh no, sorry, not alpha lock. We need our input. Program. I/O. Input. Now alpha lock.
Wait, how do I get the input again?
Program and then over to the I/O. Don't forget the comma after the quotation.
Space, comma?
Yep.
This one too?
No, space, quotations.
Oh, yeah.
Then comma. And we are storing that number in letter F. Then hit enter so you get a colon to start with, and I'll wait for everybody to get there. Come up here.
Where are you going to get the input thing?
Program, and then over to the I/O. Program, over to the I/O.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Program. And if you get kicked out like I just got kicked out, you just now I just have to go back into edit. Edit, and I want number 3. And then I can come back down. And then don't forget to hit enter for a new colon. And we're going to wait for Betsy to catch up. Otherwise she's going to be completely lost.
No, I'm good.
Are you good? You got the whole line typed in?
Yeah.
Ashley, you got the line typed in? Yeah. Everybody's good? I can move on? All right, what do we want the program to ask for now?
Angle. Angle 2.
Input, quotations, angle 2, space, quotations, comma, what letter? B. And then we're going to stop and make sure every program is going to do this. So program, I/O,
do a space after the 2?
Yep. If you don't put in a space, all it does is when the person types in their number, it's right next to that 2. It looks funny.
Okay.
It doesn't impact the program at all, it just looks funny.
Okay.
And we're going to stop and quit and then run the program and see that it's at least doing these 3 things when everybody's ready. See, the more we do it, the quicker you'll get at the typing because you guys are all good.
This must be a real pain in the butt lesson to teach.
It's not bad. It's just slow. I learned you can't go slow enough with this because everybody's falling behind and then it gets uglier and uglier. Are we ready to try it?
No.
No? See? Ready? Everybody ready to try it?
Yes.
Anybody not ready to try it? All right, quit. I want you to quit. Second, quit.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone. Program. Find your program. You can hit enter on it or press the number. Hit enter after you hit the program number. Mine's asking for angle 1. So 55, I don't care.
Mine just came up program ASA.
Yeah, hit
enter.
again.
Okay.
Now you're running it.
The side should be
Side 11. Enter.
Angle 2 should be
48. Doesn't even matter. Enter and it says done. Because that's all you've asked the program to do is ask for those 3 things. Is everybody's running correctly? Program. Find your A, whatever it is, press the number of it. Mine's 3. Hit enter. Bring it up here.
The side was 11. That's what doesn't even matter to do.
Oh, you're in the program. You don't want to be in the program. Quit. You didn't quit.
Oh.
Program. Oh, you got to go to input. You didn't put the comma. Alpha A. After you do that, you have to have comma, alpha F, F, comma, alpha B. Program. 56, 25, 36. You're good. Okay, now we've got to do the math. Now you've got to tell the calculator what to do with these 3 numbers to come up with these 3 values over here. All right, I'm just going to throw some numbers in here just so you can tell me what to do. If this was, say, 46, 53, 11. Okay, when you did this on Friday, what did you find first when you had ASA? You found angle C. How did you find angle C?
53 plus 46.
You add those together and?
180 minus the sum.
Yeah, so our next line is going to be the math. We're going to say, program, please take 180 and subtract the 2 angles added up. Where do I have those 2 angles stored?
Under A and F.
A and
B.
yes, the numbers that the person put in are stored in A and B. So I'm going to say add whatever's in cell A to whatever's in cell B. Once you have that answer, I want you to store it somewhere. Where do I want the program to store it? In C. Store is just a little arrow, and I'll show you that in a minute. So the program will have now figured out angle C. All right, let's just see what it should be here. I'll put a number in there. 180 minus 46 minus 53. So right now it has 81 stored here. What would you do next to find one of the sides?
Well, you would set up.
Set up proportions. What proportions would I set up? F and C. So it would be, I'm going to do it off to the side here. It would be 11, which is F, over what? Is it cosine?
Sine.
Sine of 81, which is C, what would I set that equal to?
I'm so confused as to what you're doing right now.
We have to make the program do the math. So I'm doing just what we would be doing with numbers and letters at the same time.
But we haven't actually put anything on our program for our calculator yet.
No, we're doing the math over here, doing the work over here, then we'll type it in
So
later.
I put those numbers in my,
Oh, we could type this one in if you want to. Let's do that, if it
Yeah.
makes you feel better. Okay,
what are you saying?
we're going to type this line in our program next, and then we're going to quit. There. So, go back to Program, press the Program button. Edit. We want to edit the program that you've already started. So go over to Edit. Click the one you want. Go down. Did you start a new line before you quit? Otherwise, put it at the end of the B and hit Enter to get a new line started. Okay, now we're going to type in exactly what we wrote down. 180 minus parentheses alpha A plus alpha B.
We're like inside of our program?
We're inside of our program. We were editing the program. The store key is right down here across from the 1, STO. We're going to store that answer in alpha C. So our program has now solved for one of the 3 missing parts. Enter. Okay, now we're going to do the math to figure out, let's find E next.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Are we actually using those numbers that you wrote down?
No, we're using letters. That's why I've got the letters. The program has to work with letters because the numbers are going to change every single time.
Should I write those numbers down on my triangle?
I'm going to just so it doesn't matter.
Can you show me the triangle?
Okay. All right. So, are you okay with setting up the F over sine of C? Because we know both of those things.
Yep,
You're good with that?
yep.
Let's find D next.
So it'd be
D over what?
the sine of A.
Over the sine of A.
Wait,
I'm going to wait. Wait for that to sink in and have that make sense to you, Austin.
So when you're gonna type the two programs, then
We're going to use, yes, the letters, not the numbers. Okay. I want to solve for D. What would D equal? Do the cross products and the divide. What would it be?
it would be F times sine.
Okay, so let's stop there. F times the sine of A. F times the sine of A. Then what?
equal, or over the sine of C.
Divided by the sine of C. That's our next line. So our next line is F times the sine of A
F,
divided by sine of C. We need the calculator to store this answer. Where are we going to store it at? D, because that was the side I solved for.
yeah, towards the. Yeah, you gotta slow down
Okay.
a little bit.
All I did was rewrite this line here, because that's going to figure out side D, so I'm asking the program to store that inside D,
Oh, okay.
in cell D.
I follow.
Okay? It's got to hold the answer somewhere so we can ask for it back later.
Do we close parentheses after?
Yes, that's important. So our next line is F times sine of A, close that parenthesis, divided by sine C, close that parenthesis, store in D. Hit enter.
We have to make one of these on our test?
Yes. Not this triangle one. It's going to be something simple. By the time we do the 4th one, you're going to be flying through this. You're going to say, why did it take us so long yesterday?
Why did it take us so long?
Are we good so far?
No.
Okay. Chill.
I know the position. And then it's stored in D?
Stored in D.
Oh my gosh.
You're good. Everybody else good? Before we do the last line of math? All right. What's the last part of the triangle I have to find?
E.
I've got to find E. So I'm going to set up the same proportion that F over sine C. I'll do it right here. F over sine C. What's my other proportion? With letters.
Will equal B,
No.
no, equals sine of B. Oh, God.
She's killing me.
Oh, God. Wait, how
I'm trying to find E.
Sine of B.
E
Yeah.
over the sine of B. This is what I want to solve for, is the E. So can you tell me what E will equal all in one line?
F times sine of B.
F
Sine of C.
times sine of B divided by sine of C. That's our last math line we have to do. That's the brains of the program right there. So F times sine of B divide by sine of C. Store that in, what letter was that we just found? E. Okay. So here we go. F times. Just remember to close your parenthesis. Store alpha E. Enter.
In college.
Oh, or like a second entry. I don't know if it does that or not. I don't think so. I think you do have to type the whole thing again. Is everybody good?
No.
Lexi? Good. Austin?
I think I'm good.
Almost.
I like how you have to ask if I'm good. I'm always.
Betsy, put that phone down. Today's not the day to do that. Okay, here we go. All right, so right now your program has done all the work. It has figured out these three missing parts. It has them sitting inside the cells, inside the calculator. What do I need the program to do next?
Display the answer.
Display the answers. Display is a good command.
Isn't that kind of...
Disp. And it would be nice to know, instead of just kicking out three numbers, what these are. Are they angles or are they sides? So in quotations, you're going to tell the person what each one is. So what did we find first? Not that it matters which is first.
Wait, is display actually on
C.
the code?
It will be. What was C? Was it an angle or a side?
Angle.
Angle. Angle, space, quotation, comma. What do you think is going to follow the comma?
Quotation mark.
The C. Display angle, and then it's going to give me the value that's in cell C. We'll do all three display lines. Display, quotation, side, 1, space, quotation, comma.
Can we put side 2 to that?
between the side and the one?
Yep.
Can we put side 2?
There's only one angle coming out, so I'm not going to bother with it. There's two sides, though.
It's side one.
Oh, I was thinking of the angle side.
D.
Okay.
And then the last one is display, quotation, side, 2, little space, quotation, comma, E. Okay. I'll wait for you to write those down. Then we will type them in.
Is this how computer programmers feel?
Oh yeah, this is about as easy of programming as out there. It is the easiest style programming.
It's the 1+1.
Yes, version, yes. Okay, are you ready?
No.
Come on.
Yeah, can you talk to me like I'm stupid? I'm very smart. When have I ever done that, Lex? All right, ready.
Okay, so display is going to be under that input-output thing. So press program.
Squish on my
Kenley, pay attention. Over to I/O. And disp is number 3 for display. And then you get your alpha lock going on here. Alpha lock, quotations, angle.
Program. Hold on, come on, slow down. I can't can't type as fast. A-N.
I'm gonna wait.
Angle. Space. Wait, how come it doesn't say one? How come you didn't put, oh,
Because it's only gonna give back one angle, so I didn't want to bother with it.
so angle space?
Mm-hmm.
Space, okay, smart.
They should really make these letters like on like a QWERTY keyboard.
Oh.
It'd be a lot easier because then I could just text them.
Yes.
Wait, comma.
I think we should write into that template. So.
I did it.
And then go ahead and do the next 2 lines if you're ready, if you know what's going on. Just make sure you hit enter to get a new colon.
Alright, here we go.
Program, I-O.
Okay, so it's side space, one space?
Yep.
No. If you didn't do that before, then it won't read that as that.
Well, she hit
Have you been putting it at?
Yeah, but she didn't put it up there, so I'd actually.
So have you been putting space
Space
one?
one,
Okay,
yeah.
then do that.
There's no freaking S.
Takes too long.
You're going to appreciate it when we get to the story problems.
Side 1.
Why can't we just do it?
So it's, wait, it's side, okay, never mind. You think I'm stupid, and Axel would yell at me.
Try me.
You know it's true, so don't even go there.
I said try me.
I was gonna ask if it was side space, one space.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Seriously. After we do the last number, we
I like how you're answering.
You don't have to, it's not wrong to, but you don't have to hit enter again.
It
You want to
won't,
quit
'cause I
when you're
remember
done.
What she said.
Wait, do we hit enter after that one?
It does. You don't have to, no. It's not wrong to. It should be fine. Go ahead and run the program with the 3 numbers I started with when you're ready.
No, we're not supposed to.
Some are ready.
The
With the
55.
46, the 11, and the 53.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so once I have all that typed out, then I quit?
You quit.
Second quit.
Quit. You want to quit your program.
Okay. And then I go to program, and then I click on my thing.
Yeah.
Click enter. What am I doing for angles?
46 and 53 and a side of 11.
Yes. The whole time I've been sitting there trying to like look at the screen, like.
Yeah. I told you you could look up there. It'd be much
Here's so much
easier.
truth.
Here it is.
Wait, where's quit? I can't find.
Quit's right up here on the top, above mode.
I got a negative side.
Obviously.
Angle 81, side 8 point something, side 2, 8.89.
I got an angle 81, side 1, negative 15, side 2, negative 6.
Take a look at these 2 lines here. You did type something wrong here.
And those,
Yep.
freaking
So if you put your programming wrong, you're just like screwed for the test.
Well, you want to make sure you have good programs before you start.
Like,
A. Okay,
this is what I got.
So I'm going to quit. Huh?
How do you do it on your program?
hey,
What?
What do you do after you put it?
Quit. Quit. And then run it.
How do you
Program.
Funky Barnes and it's not full.
Find it.
Sorry.
Enter. And it should kick in.
Steve Rogers.
You good? Okay. So I'm going to put in 46,
This is cool.
11, 53, 81, 8.01, 8.89.
No.
this is short.
Kenley.
Look at this.
I definitely
Hey, I'm in my
can't
program,
enter.
and look at it. It looks fine.
Where are we at then?
15 to 18.
Well, let's see what you got up here. Well, you got to store them in the right spot. I see a D up above there that I don't like. Oh, maybe I do. Hold on. Let's see. Go up to the top here.
I wouldn't ask.
A, F, B. A, F, B. Store that in C. F times sine A divided by sine. That one's right. No, that's store it in D. Which ones are you displaying?
John F. Kennedy. William.
They're all the way down there.
C, D, E. What mode are you in?
Degree, should be.
Mode. Where's mode? You would be in radian mode. You're never going to get the right answers there.
That's why. Oh, because I cleared my calculator. That's why.
You're going to be in degree mode.
we put A in first.
What are you doing? You're in your program.
Oh.
I figured it out.
Quit. Mode. Degree. All right, run it now. Program.
Okay, wait, I got it.
Enter.
Angle 1. 46, 11, and what?
11. Where are you getting 11? 79. You got nothing right here.
Mathematician.
A, F, B. Well, you don't have a oh, yeah, you do.
Might as well.
A plus B, stored that in C. Why is your first angle not even coming out right?
Tony.
A, F, B.
Next Tuesday.
A plus B. Did the angle even come out right?
Nope.
Well, it should. Well, what are you displaying down here?
Maybe I got 10 seconds. Hurry up.
Well, display C,
Point. Just help. Which one?
D,
You pick.
E.
Oh.
Oh, you got a plus in here instead of a times. Times.
Wait.
Times. 46.
He's gonna die from pneumonia.
11.
Came ill with his inaugural
53.
Gerald Ford, John Taylor.
Anybody else?
Are we writing another one?
We're going to write another one, and we'll get as far as we can together, and the rest is homework.
Just like write down everything we have to do, so like.
No.
Do another one?
We got to do 4 of them, Missy.
Why don't we just save one for tomorrow?
We're saving 2 for tomorrow.
We gotta
We're
save
doing
one around the
another
icing.
one?
We can't get through that whole thing.
Wait and see how quick this is. Quit your arguing.
The rest is homework.
Wait,
Yeah.
That one very well.
can we bring these home or how do you?
Well, you don't have to have it typed in. I want it written out like this. This is what I want for homework. However far we get.
Let's just go.
Okay, let's just go.
Sprint, let's go.
We're not going to sprint.
Let's screw the calculator, let's just.
Sprinting on this lesson does not work.
Just write everything out.
A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, this time we are going to know angle, angle, side. So we're going to know A, we're going to know B, and we're going to know D. We'll go there. Okay, let's write out the first 3 input lines, and then we'll stop and type them in. Well, after, what's my first line going to be?
No stopping.
Clear home. Okay, input. Now, there is a slight difference between these 2 angles on this program and the 2 we just finished. Because on this one, the 2 angles were on either end of the side, so there was no difference. Symmetrical is what I'm talking about. This one is not symmetrical. I do need to know which angle is across from the given side and which is not. So when we ask for the angles, we've got to make that distinction between these 2 angles. So how do we want to say that? You can say it any number of ways. How do you want to say it? Let's say if I was asking for A, how would the program ask it so the person knows to put the one in that's actually across from the given side? Any way you want to say it.
Angle A and side A.
No, you can't use letters because they might have F, G, and H on it, or angle, ang, across, side. Would you know to put in the angle that's across from the side if you saw that come up on the program?
I'm so confused. What are we
Space,
happening?
comma,
Wait. Angle across side. What are we trying to find right now?
if the program said that, would you put in angle A or would you put in angle B if these were your 3 known
I would
pieces?
put in angle A.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, A.
Then A. Input.
I'm telling Mom then.
How about other angle? That would be B. And then what's my last input? Side.
Wow. Right?
What's that?
Oh, I said side across.
Well, there's only one side to put in, so it doesn't, and that's in D. That's going to be stored in D.
Okay.
Okay.
Said that's the first one.
Are you ready to start typing? Yes. It's under input output, so program over to I/O. You got to go to new. It's a brand new program we're creating. Okay, you guys ready to start? Program over to new, create new. What are you going to call it?
AAS.
I'm going to call mine AAS2.
But I would have a B.
Enter.
You move your calc, please.
Yep. And now I'm just going to type these 4 lines in, and we'll probably run out of time at that point.
Wait, how do you do clear home again?
It's under program,
Can we just do like
I/O.
Paperwork?
Yeah.
Do you space?
Oh, not input, I want input.
Across,
Program, clear home, 8. What's that?
Do space between like angle
Program.
across.
And then go over to I.
Yeah, it's like words. You want spaces between your words. Otherwise, it'll just type all those letters together. More stop. Program,
Is this already fun?
I/O.
I have to type out all this?
Yes. I'm just.
Can't you like buy something and like do it for? I mean, money does not.
Programmers make a ton of money. This is why.
I don't want to be a programmer.
Oh, I can see
Where
why.
the hell is the R?
Right before the S and after the Q.
Thanks, George.
I don't even want to start it 'cause I'm afraid I'm going to halfway through it and then it's going to die. No, the class is going to. Okay, wait.
I remember
Then
when
it-
you
We're
died.
gonna spontaneously combust.
No more drag.
Stop.
You know what's gonna happen is a bunch of atoms are gonna like blow up, so it's just gonna kill them.
How much pop have you sold? Oh, your bridge.
I didn't. Nobody wants to buy pop.
Really? I sold $30 worth, or I sold $60 worth so far.
I just nobody wants to buy.
I now understand how like parents feel texting.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was
But you
good.
think it's
How are you so fast?
Because she's done this for like 300 years.
300? Well, that's a little excessive.
Or 10.
Wow.
Okay.
Citizenship training.
Yeah. Call me old in a roundabout way.
While she's on the mic.
No, Shorts, you don't look a
Oh
day
my
over
God.
15.
Good. Okay, if you get to this point, it's up to you to do the math now. What would you find next? I want you to come up with the next 3 lines.
180 minus, oh.
Yes, you would.
Alright, you do it.
no.
But I think that's as far as I'm going to be able to take you today.
Good, yeah.
I just messed it up.
There are
Yeah.
6 lines left.
That's my trig program.
Henley, I hate you right now. Schwartz, help me.
Ken, shut up. You're not even doing
Wait,
it.
what happened here?
Kenley, what's your problem?
What do you got?
This moved up there.
Oh, you just got to get the cursor up there and then hit enter and it'll kick it down.
I tried that and it didn't kick
Oh, let's insert it. Insert and enter. That did.
Okay.
You got to go up and put your letter up there that you want up there, though. After the comma?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, your homework is to write on paper the next 6 lines.
I feel like if I write it on paper, I might as well just put it in there.
This one?
Or unless you have your own calculator, go ahead and type it in and you'll be all set. So that's your homework assignment, is to finish up this program. On paper,
Schwartz, are you gonna be in here 4th hour?
Okay, I'm done.
it can be.
What happens if I
Okay,
take
because I'm gonna do this in the library 4th hour because I ate, and then I'm gonna